Drawing a blue source would give me protection from burns as Osprey. We'd have to draw basic island. There's a lot of moons on this table. I mean, they don't typically run burn, though. This variant, like, stompy lists are exactly how they sound. They stomp. They don't typically have direct damage. I mean, we have a lot of counter magic on the table, right? We've got counter unless he pays 4, 5, 6. We've got more damage in the air coming into play. Salad likes attacking with Magus. Yeah, we could have attacked with Magus too. That's fine, dude. What are you exiling? Show me the goods. What do you got? What are you gonna exile? He exiled another Blood Moon. Okay. Sure. CMT says the stabilization at 1. Well, we were greedy in several slots. In several spots we were greedy. And Patron Wizard's a powerful engine for the legacy wizards we've built. This is going to be a lot of tokens. This might be the most tokens we've seen from Master in a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tokens. That's probably the most tokens we've made with him in a long time. Was it greedy? Yes. He just said yikes in chat. Yikes. Oh, he scoops. Okay. That's a lot of tokens. Wasn't greed everything planned? I mean, maybe we're not even supposed to show him that we have Master because it's so powerful in the matchup. Probably unnecessary. Is a Staticaster's great. Blue Elemental Blast is silly in this match. Especially if we can avoid him sticking... The idea is to have outs to the Chalice of the Void, right? I don't know about Medley Mage. I mean, you could like name Koth. Koth is kind of scary. Mengar also handles Koth. Magus of the Moat's hilarious in this match. Their mana base is vulnerable to Wasteland. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a standstill match. Doesn't feel like a standstill match. I don't think it's a Curse Catcher match either. It's not really an instant sorcery match. It's more of a enchantment artifact match. GT might even be nice. If he's on the Rabble plan. Mind Sensor feels out of place. Even Vendilion Clique feels a little out of place. Lavamancer feels right. Osprey says Pyroclasm? No, those are Pyroblasts. Wasn't greed. I don't know, CMT. It felt greedy. Going to 1 is always... I mean, you can win a game of Magic at 1, but it's pretty greedy. Oh, I like Tidebinder for sure. It's okay. The problem with Tidebinder is it doesn't stop Rabble, though. All these other things we brought in can kind of either tempo the Rabble or kind of stop the tempo. Make sure you have a non-number 0 flyer. Yeah, I mean, like, I left in Sower. You like leaving in Vendilion Clique? You like leaving in the Vendilion Clique just to have some flyers to synergize with Magus? That's reasonable. That would look like that. I don't necessarily think it's a standstill match. We'll try the Tidebinder and the Aven. I don't think it's a standstill match, actually. Misdirecting a Pyroblast might be neat. He's going to bring in Red Blasts, and if they're Pyroblasts, because it says if it's blue, we can't actually misdirect. We'll try that instead of the standstill. It's not really a grind. It's more of make sure that we're not, you know, destroyed by his prison effects, and then make sure that we can do what we need to do. This hand's kind of awkward. It's a 1-lander, but it does have Vial, but if he removes Vial, it's lights out for us. Hang on, green screen's not happy with me. Actually, you know what it is? It's my cam. You reset it. Not bad. Yeah, I mean, guys, so we've got... This hand's pretty awkward. I would probably mulligan this. Osprey says keep it. You just told me that you can't see the screen, Osprey. How am I supposed to trust you now, friend? Stay greedy, says Darude. Darude. Well, I can't cast the swords, for one. Yes, we're on the draw. I think it's a mulligan. Keep. I think this hand is better for multiple reasons. I mean, this could be a turn 1 Chalice of the Void. Lotus Petal. Turn 1 Blood Moon. We don't lose to turn 1 Blood Moon. Turn 1 Rabble Master we might lose to, yes. That's pretty scary. I would have loved to force there. That would have been great, because it would have been a 2-for-1 Petal and Rabble Master. Okay. They're typically packing waste, but if he's budget, he won't be, but I'm still going to play around it. Still going to go with Island. There's one more match to be played, even if we lose to the Rabble. I mean, Ether Mage might have to become a blocker. She's good at blocking too, but she's meant to be a tutor. We already have the Master in hand. What do I want a tutor for if I have the opportunity to, which I probably don't? Yeah, 2 for 2. What's the other deck? Stacks? No, he's Goblin Stompy. Or Red Stompy, whatever you want to call it. There's a bunch of different variants. He's a Trinisphere deck. He'll be packing Blood Moons. We already saw the Moon. He'll be... And that's another reason to grab Island. He's packing that sort of hate. Go for Sower? Yeah, Sower could be good. We could go for Sower. This is probably Trinisphere. Trinisphere is not the end of the world for us, but it does mean... Jesus! Okay, second Rabble. Alright. This man loves his Rabbles. We brought in a lot of outs to Rabble, but this hand didn't have them. That's going to be rough. Okay. That's a lot of damage. We go to 10, we're dead next turn unless I do something drastic. I think we're just toast to Renos. I think we're just toasted. Lethal. Block with Ether Mage. Block with Vendilion Clique. I know, seriously, right, dude Darude? Hang on, so let's say we block with Ether Mage on one of the Rabbles. He still comes crashing in for lethal the next turn, even if I clique. Let's make him think that it's super awesome, even though we could have totally punished this with a force. Or any piece of removal. Let's make him think that that hand is awesome. Submit. Sometimes the quick concede tells your opponent, oh man, okay, so I should just mulligan to this hand. No. We shouldn't have the right hand to line up. Osprey says, turn 1 Rabble, turn 2 Rabble seems good. We're toast! We're toast! We're toast! This hand has Magus. It also has Force, but it has no Ether Vial. So if he simply just moons us, I can't Magus of the Moat and we lose. But at least it has a Force. I don't know. I mean, this hand doesn't even necessarily cast the Magus, right? I mean, it won't cast the Patron Wizards. Like, one of these wizards is getting pitched to Force. We make a land drop, force something scary stopping us from Magus. Make a land drop, play Magus, win. I guess Koth ult doesn't care about Magus of the Moat. That's the only thing I can think of that he'll be running that this doesn't care about. I mean, the hand's not terrible, but I wish it had a Vial. Yeah, I mean, mulling this is fine, too. This hand would be all in on the Magus, basically. You want to see us moat him, says Salad? I'd love to see the moat in action in the matchups. There are several matchups in Legacy where this works just fine. It's immune to Abrupt Decay as well. So we lead Tarn, then play Cavern. Osprey says go for it. We could easily lose. Mutavault's a good blocker. Yeah, I mean, Mutavault's could buy us time. Like, maybe we try to ignore the Rabble, if it's just a single Rabble. It was double Rabble that set it over for us. Technically, the first Rabble we could ignore, and we try to fight over the Blood Moon. He may have sided out Blood Moon because we showed him Magus of the Moon, so we might not have to spend the Force on those kind of things. So go. Now, here's the problem is this can't get basic. This has to get a white source if we're going to cast the Magus on time, unless we see a different white source. The deck does have other white sources. You got it, man. GT? He didn't show us Wasteland yet. He hasn't shown us Wasteland yet. It looks like he might be budget stompy, which means there's maybe some number of wastes, basically as many wastes as this guy could get a hold of, but we haven't seen a single one. That doesn't mean he doesn't have waste, but our lands weren't really playing around Wasteland anyway. If it's a Rabble, we try to ignore it. Spirit Guide. Cough. Koth I would force. He also spent a Simian Spirit Guide, which means its value. Tidebinder Mage is interesting. It's not very good against the Spell Guide, but I think I just chill. Another Koth. Oh, KMP? Okay. Unfortunately, if he gets enough mana, he could actually kill the Magus of the Moat with Pia and Kieran Nalaar. Alright, Moon. He can't redirect this effect because Spellskite isn't green or red. I could have moved the GT to... Oh, no, I can't. Sorry, it's double. Duh. Come on, another land off the top would be nice. Why did we leave in Magus? That was wrong. We could have had another... let's see. We could have had another... Maybe, like, Needle. Needle should have come in for Koth. This should be a Pithy Needle. Which means I wouldn't have had to necessarily spend the Force on the Koth. Well, that's not true. We hadn't drawn the Magus of the Moon yet. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He almost has enough for double P and Kieran Nalaar. Bridge? Okay. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is going to be a long match, potentially.